Gold and equity, I put them in the same bucket because they have the same standard deviation. Again, many wrong lessons people learn. Gold is a safe haven, or gold is safe when stocks don't do well. But when stocks do well, gold actually also has lost 20-30% in value. Gold also for 10 years has given less than savings account returns. So today gold is very popular. And we as a house also have been believers of owning gold for 2-3 reasons since the last 4-5 years. One, relative to other asset classes, gold had gone through long period of underperformance. So it merited, higher exposure. And there is, massive amount of monetary debasement, massive amount of printing and new supply of paper assets, which is bonds by all governments around the world. And gold in a way becomes an anchor where you can't print gold. आप एक बटन दबा के $1 trillion का गोल्ड में क्यों ही नहीं कर सकते हो, जो यूएस ने किया या जापान ने किया या यूरोप ने किया during the COVID period. You can't do that in gold. So gold has finiteness in terms of supply, which makes it a very valuable asset class. So at different points in time, gold is attractive. So today it is probably somewhere in the middle. It has run up very sharply. Gold का long term return 10-11% है for an emerging market investor, including Indian investor. Last 1 year it has given 40%. So you can't extrapolate that. But it is a very valuable asset class if you buy it in a low cycle. So my portfolio today is a mix of, it's basically 70-75% between gold and equity and gold, and 25% in bonds.
And you're saying 95% of your income is invested.
Could be more. Because like I said, it's a choice. Maza aata hai.
Shopping units. Nice. How does your family react to it when you say you want to shop units?
No, of course, I don't tell them when they want to shop something else. I don't stop them to say, ki, but for me, it's something that, so I'm not saying you should not use money to achieve other life goals or to enjoy life. So I spend money on buying books. I spend money on buying fountain pens. I spend money on, buying nice inks. There was a time I used to spend money on buying ties. और अभी tie पहनने का ही mood नहीं होता है. तो सब change होता है. Nothing is permanent.
Yeah.
But I'm blessed to be in an industry where, saving को आपके वो खून में डाल दिया है कि saving और investing, पूरी दुनिया को आप जब दिन रात बताते हो कि why you should save more or invest better, you also, learn that. And and then thankfully, professionally I've done well. So, monthly compensation is good enough and other expenses are not very high. I think for 90% of us, most of us live a reasonably frugal lifestyle. We come from middle class families. So I think the template is same. And पहले 10-15 साल अगर थोड़ा tightly save और invest ठीक से अगर हम कर लेते हैं, it takes you into a different league of financial comfort, which is important.
एंड जब आप बोल रहे हो कि आपने गोल्ड में भी आपका सर्टेन परसेंटेज एलोकेटेड है, मैंने काफी पढ़ा तो गोल्ड माइनिंग फंड्स करके उसमें भी आप डालते हो, राइट? सो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज दैट?
So see, basically again, disclaimer, it's not something that most investors should try, but since you asked this question, I'll highlight there are many global companies, some of them in Australia, some in Canada, some in US, who mine gold. So they have a cost of operations of mining gold to $1,200-$1,300 डॉलर में उनका खर्चा होता है गोल्ड को बाहर निकालने का. और जब गोल्ड प्राइस ऊपर जाते हैं, तो जैसे अभी $3,100 का गोल्ड का अगर प्राइस है, तो जो गैप है ये उनका मार्जिन है, सीधा प्रॉफिट है. So there are times when gold prices go down to $1,500, so the margin shrinks significantly. They could go into losses also. And at such times, these stocks are thrown out. No one wants to own them. So they become very cheap. So they are like a commodity. They are like a metal commodity stock. And in other cycle, when the commodity price itself rises, these margins explode. And you are buying them at very cheap valuations. So these are very tactical calls. And we happen to be, I think, one of the only fund house in India to have a fund called World Gold Mining Fund.
Oh.
So which invests in some of these companies globally. Now, over a very long period, these are very poorly, it's a very tough industry. Capital efficiency is very low. Long-term ROEs are poor. Long-term profitability is poor. So generally, we don't promote these funds to an average investor, but to someone who has the appetite. These stocks are very volatile. They move by 40-50% intra-year. Their standard deviation is much higher than the standard deviation of Nifty or S&P 500 or MSCI World. So we normally don't promote these funds. But I happen to have a strategy like this, which in its low cycle, like 2017, 18, and 19, when gold globally was going nowhere, which means gold was at $1,600, $1,700. So these margins were very low, and the valuations were also very low for these stocks. It was an opportunity to invest. Now, since then till today, in the next, like over the next last 5-7 years, the margins have opened up, and gradually people are chasing this trade. So part of my portfolio, I think around 6-7% of the portfolio would be in gold mining, which in the last 1 year has done very well. This set of stocks have gone up 40-50%, whereas Nifty is up 8-10%. So its weight would have increased to 10% in the portfolio. But this is an example of how you can do thematic commodity investing, but you really need to know the cycles. You really need to be able to absorb the volatility. So there are 2.5 years in between. When Indian markets went up 2.5 times, this portfolio would have fallen by 25%. So this was not just not participating, it was going the other way around. So that's how thematic investing, really works. And many investors buy themes at the peak of its returns. So most of these themes are meant to be bought in low cycle.
And this performed well in the last 1 year primarily because the gold prices.
So what happens is when gold prices go up, इसको gold का तो return मिलता ही है, but इसको operating leverage और financial leverage दोनों मिलता है.
Margin expansion.
Yes, and lower valuation से higher valuation का cycle भी मिलता है आपको. So this generally it has been observed that in the price movement of a gold mining stock is 1.5 to 2 times of the price movement of the underlying commodity, both sides. So when gold falls, this will fall 2x of gold.
And अभी at present अभी gold ने तो इतना ज़्यादा return दिए थे in the last. But आपका क्या viewpoint है on gold exactly?
See, gold पे, unlike stocks and bonds, because there is no cash flow, there are no anchors of valuing this cash flow. आप इस पे DCF नहीं कर सकते हो, reverse DCF नहीं कर सकते हो. It's very difficult to take these type of calls. But when you look at data, emerging markets, there are 25 emerging market. We had done this study a few months back. If you take the largest 25 emerging market ka equity index, that index in the last 25 years has earned either same or less than gold price in their local currency. 25 out of 25. That data was 24 out of 25 when we did the study 6 months back. And पिछले 6 महीने में gold और ऊपर चला गया इंडिया में, and Nifty has been constant flat. तो 25वां मार्केट जहाँ पे निफ्टी का रिटर्न ज्यादा था गोल्ड से, वो इंडिया था.
So gold has performed better in those 24 markets.
Yeah. 2 reasons. थोड़ा इसमें bias start point का है because 25 साल पहले most of the equity markets were in a bubble. तो bubble valuation से वैसे भी equity का रिटर्न कम होता है और gold low cycle में होगा. And in almost every emerging market relative to dollar, there is currency depreciation. So gold gives you, protection against that currency depreciation also. So which is why, gold may have got reasonably fully priced in compared to other asset classes because of the last 2 years of move. But one of the reason why and this is a very intuitive way of investing, I don't have any science behind it. One of the reason I continue to own that 12% or 13% in gold is because, like I said, huge amount of monetary debasement has happened in the last 20 years and continues to happen. What I mean by that is, there are paper assets. Stock is a paper asset in a way. Shares of a company can be supplied. Company can come with an IPO, new issues, dilution. So supply can keep coming in, and generally supply keeps happening. And then the other asset class is bonds. Bonds में तो infinite supply, हर साल deficits बढ़ रहे हैं हर देश के. तो government bonds का supply भी हर साल बढ़ रहा है. और उसके सामने precious metals का supply 1 या 2% से grow होता है because वो finite है. तो वो big construct के हिसाब से over a very long period of time having 10%, 15%. So I would say that I would like to keep 10% in gold always because of this long-term construct and because of the fact that demand supply will always be generally more favorable. And on top of it, whenever gold becomes cheaper and because other asset classes have run up sharply, I don't mind going from 10 to 15. But right now is not the time for me to increase my exposure because I'm already at around 12 to 13%. Rate.
Do you recommend a retail investor putting money in maybe, let's say, a sectoral fund? And क्या exactly होता है sectoral fund, and how can people make money by investing in sectoral funds?
You should invest what you understand.
Hmm.
If you understand sectoral funds, invest. If you don't understand, don't invest. Starts with that framework. And sectoral funds have higher volatility. So Nifty, which is a very simple, plain vanilla diversified fund, उसका annual standard deviation अगर 16 unit का है, so most sectoral funds will have a standard deviation of 20 to 23 units, which means fluctuations are sharper both sides. And left to our conventional human behavior, when we come into the market to buy stocks, we don't like sale. We like opposite of sale. We like to buy things which are bid up. So thematic fund में जब theme का return बहुत hot होता है, तभी हमें अच्छा लगता है खरीदने का. So most people make that mistake. They buy the theme when the time is to not buy, and which is why normally we recommend don't do that. We also hesitate to launch a theme when the last 1 year, 2 year return is very high. So one of the learnings that we have had is that so we have a very interesting range of thematic funds at DSP, global tech, natural resources, new energy, gold mining, world mining. But we try to promote themes in low cycle. And normally low cycle ऐसा जब होता है तब वो promotion का कोई मतलब नहीं होता because you will find these themes untouchable. And last 1 year return is negative, 5 year return is less than fixed income. Why would I buy this fund? But those are the times to actually look at themes. So thematic investing needs a lot of nuance. It needs a lot of understanding and then appetite to live through the volatility, which again, history of investing shows that the human mind is not evolved enough to bear volatility. And hence most people burn their fingers in thematic funds.
And you said that you should invest in a low cycle and not at a high cycle. अभी इस पे अगर बात करते हैं तो how can one individual identify कौन सा cycle चल रहा है and low cycle में invest तो सबको करना है but identify कैसे करेगी अभी low cycle
Again data और homework समझ होनी चाहिए. आप ऐसे सवाल पूछ रहे हो कि मुझे क्रिकेट खेलना है, how do I identify मुझे किस बॉल पे डिफेंड करना है या स्ट्रोक खेलना है या कब मुझे रन के लिए भागना है नहीं भाग. अब ये अगर आपको ये सब नहीं पता है तो आपको क्रिकेट खेलना ही नहीं चाहिए, राइट? बट इन्वेस्टिंग में हम ऐसे नहीं सोचता है. या फॉर एग्जांपल मुझे स्विमिंग नहीं आता है, इट्स वन ऑफ द रिग्रेट आई हैव. आई वांट टू लर्न स्विमिंग, अभी तक नहीं हुआ है. आई विल नॉट गो एंड जंप इन द पूल जस्ट बिकॉज एवरीवन इन माय फैमिली ऑन अ हॉलीडे इज गोइंग. अभी हम लोग बीच पे थे तो सम ऑफ माय फ्रेंड्स वेंट इनटू द सी आल्सो एंड सेड चलो लेट्स हैव फन. बट आई विल नॉट डू इट बिकॉज आई नो मुझे नहीं आता है. So ये बहुत ही important point I want to communicate for this question of yours, that if you don't know these things, low cycle क्या है, high cycle क्या है, don't even try. Why is the need to flirt with every girl here or with every theme or with every fund? ऐसा भी नहीं है कि रिटेल इन्वेस्टर के पास बहुत पैसा है, पैसा कम है तो हर थीम के लिए. तो my point is that don't try to chase so many things. Start with a simple index fund. Start with a simple flexi cap fund. उतना ही बहुत है लाइफ में लॉन्ग टर्म कंपाउंडिंग करने के लिए. हैविंग सेड दैट, इफ यू हैव इंटरेस्ट एंड इफ यू हैव द अक्यूमेंट एंड द डेडिकेशन टू लर्न एंड द टेम्परामेंट टू लर्न, दिस नीड्स टेम्परामेंट आल्सो, नॉट जस्ट द मैथमेटिकल अक्यूमेंट. The best of scientists may end up being the worst of investors if the temperament is not there. So if you have the temperament, then how do you understand cycles is by saying that cycle का मतलब क्या है, इसका outside range क्या है दोनों साइड पे. So ये अगर, let me give an example of, let's say if you have a metals fund. So generally, you know that these are the 10 metal companies which are investment worthy in India. Plot their long-term data points on margins, profit cycles. So profit margin कब सबसे कम जाता है, कब सबसे ज़्यादा जाता है. जब profit margin peak पे होता है, most likely market likes these companies and valuations also, get reflect that very highly. So at such points in time, the last 1 year, 3 year returns will be very high. At such points in time, this fund's return would have been 2 or 3 times higher than the return of Nifty versus the diversified index. So you will feel very excited to invest. All numbers are looking good. ये कंपनी का प्रॉफिट मार्जिन भी अच्छा है, प्रॉफिट ग्रोथ रेट भी अच्छा है, स्टॉक प्राइस ग्रोथ इज गुड, और द NAV of this thematic fund is higher than most other funds. When I go to any website and search for best performing funds. This fund is coming again and again everywhere. So your instinct wants you to invest, and that is when you have to stop. ये तो रेड फ्लैग्स है, बिकॉज ये थीम है, वोलेटाइल है, ये पीक मार्जिन पे है. इसका ऑपोजिट जब आएगा, द सेम स्टॉक कैन फॉल 30, 40, 50%. The same themes NAV can be down 25, 30% and remain there for 3, 4 years. And if I can't understand this or cannot digest this is not for me. So that's how you learn for every sector. So like banking fund agar hai, a fund which is only investing in banks. So if you take low cycle price to book of most banks, private, public, sab mila ke average 1.5 ka price to book hota hai for the type of ROAs that banks in India generate, ROEs and ROAs. And peak cycle पे 4 के आसपास जाता है. तो 1.5 से 4 का रेंज है. अगर ये 4 पे आ चुका है, it means the last 1 year, 3 year, 5 year returns of a banking fund would have been much higher than Nifty. And if it is at 4, generally 4 पे जब आता है, तब उसके मार्जिन भी बहुत हाई होंगे, लोन ग्रोथ भी बहुत अच्छा हुआ होगा, और मोस्ट लाइकली अगले 2 साल में एनपीए साइकिल शुरू होगा. So all the good data will start becoming bad data at a sector level. Some companies will still do better within that. So the operating metrics will start deteriorating, and then the market will start punishing, and then the valuations will start deteriorating. And then from 4 times, it will go to the other extreme of 1.5 times. But in that period, some other stocks or sectors of other industries will do far better, and you will not just lose capital here, you will lose the compounding that is happening somewhere else. Which is why if you don't understand, so either you have to be very skilled in understanding these cycles and how to value them, then take advantage of these themes and use them to overweight or underweight. Otherwise, stick to a diversified fund. Simple concept.
एंड आइडियली आपके हिसाब से एक जो रिटेल इंडिविजुअल है, कितने म्यूचुअल फंड स्कीम्स होने चाहिए उनके पोर्टफोलियो में?
So Warren Buffett ने अपने विल में लिखा है, ये स्टोरी है, सही है कि नहीं पता नहीं, but I have read this, that after him he has told his wife that you should invest all your money in S&P 500 and T-bill of USA. So just one scheme. ये उसके जैसे इवॉल्व इन्वेस्टर ने ये अपनी वाइफ के लिए बोला है, नेक्स्ट जनरेशन के लिए. So it can be one index fund also, and you are fine. It can be 3 actively managed flexi cap funds, and you are fine. Less the better is what I would say, because each fund is owning 40, 50 stocks or 20, 30 stocks and giving you exposure to combination of sectors or type of businesses or business models. Some of the funds which I generally like to recommend or I invest most of my money in.
If you learned something new from this video, do share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel so that we can bring you the best content possible. Also, if you want to watch this entire episode, click on the link in the description box and you can go to Kushal Lodha YouTube channel and watch the entire podcast episode. Thank you so much for watching this and have an amazing day.